Welcome to MegaNet Gaming, and today's game is on one of the games that often finds its way onto worst of lists. It is Jaws for the NES, developed by Atlas, published by LJN, known for their rainbow logo that was usually a sign of low quality, and it was released in November of 1987. And it's loosely based on the film Jaws: The Revenge, the fourth and final film in the series. And the film was not all that well received. There were some other adaptations of the Jaws movies to video games, but we're just going to cover the NES one today. None of them are terribly well received, though. So is this game actually one of the worst of all time? Well, it is time to find out. So here we go. First time I played this game was at a friend's house as a kid. They had probably, in retrospect, what was one of the worst sets of games I've ever seen for the Nintendo. They did have Contra, but they had 8 Eyes, Jaws, and some other real bad games. So basically you have this overhead scene, you hit something, and when you've hit something you get to go to this side-scrolling shooting section where you shoot a bunch of jellyfish and stingrays. Apparently if you shoot stingrays they turn into crabs. Pluck shells. Not sure any of this has to do with the movie. It doesn't have to match it doesn't necessarily have to match the movie just to be a good game. Uh-oh. So basically over time you advance in level, you can go to another town, you can get some supplies. So far as calling this the worst game of all time, took too much of a chance on that. So basically at the end you get to fight Jaws from a first-person perspective. And you're trying to harpoon him. Basically you get, once you hit Jaws, he knocks you in the water and you try to fight him. Oh, there, we've hit Jaws. I am woefully underpowered to fight Jaws. In theory, you could probably fight Jaws at level 1 and beat him then. Now since I'm close enough to Jaws, I think he might actually pop in on the screen. Yeah, I think I'm actually... Oh wait, I'm knocking some bars off apparently if this went on for long enough, I guess in theory I could defeat him. It would just take a year and a half, but... So yeah, it's a fairly short Nintendo game. It's a pretty generic Nintendo game. It has not a whole lot to do with the movie, but kind of like with the E.T. game. I don't see how what games people have been lucky enough to, how they've been lucky enough to avoid many games I've played over the course of my life. I actually say this is one of the worst games ever. I've played much worse than this. First off, the game you can actually handle it in the game. I mean, you have controls, and they're responsive. You almost act like you're in a water scene, at least as far as it handles pretty well, like it's a water scene for Nintendo, at least. Oh, there's a Baby Jaws. Oh, I just took out Baby Jaws. I got a bonus scene. And I am bombing jellyfish. Just like in the movie, where they were bombing jellyfish from a crop duster. Yeah, I'll play through this game some more so people can watch. Bonus scene results. Number of hits 11. Collected 3 shells. I'm ready to fight. Oh, his power goes back to normal. And this is where you need one of those like turbo fire controllers. Yeah, Jaws isn't very smart either. He just kind of swims away from you. He gets one pass, and you just go around him. Oh, there's another port. I now track Jaws with the receiver. Get to fight more jellyfish and whatnot. Now, if you're wanting a side-scrolling shooter, there's much better games out there than this, most definitely. If you're wanting a better game that you could be in charge of a ship and sail it around, there's better games out there. What other game lets you kill? What other game lets you kill? Oh, Baby Jaws. I forget what I think the shells might be some form of currency. And the way some things are designed, like, you'd think that crab would be something bad. At least I initially did. At the time when if you're a kid at the time, you probably read the manual before you got home, you already knew what all this stuff was. I just got a bunch of them. Now it's a game where I get to bomb the jellyfish. Come on, come on. I didn't have a chance with that one. And here we are, we're at the port. Power level raised. Oops, I ran into Jaws. Game over. Now for an LJN game, this is above average. It's above average for an LJN game. Still means it's below average as far as games go. But it's not good. It's not even mediocre. It is a below average game, but it's at least playable. They try to combine some unique things in there. It's a very short game. And it's one of those games where, unless you want a bit of childhood nostalgia, there's many other games you can pick up on Nintendo that are much better. But this one is one you can pick up dirt cheap. So where am I going to put this on the list? The question is a game that has... It's a game with a better story in Double Dragon 3 for the PC that's more unplayable, better or worse than this one, and the same with Demon Stone. I'm going to say Demon Stone and Double Dragon 3 are both better games, but not by much. So, as far as the 1 out of 10 score, I'm giving it a 3.5. And I'm putting it below Demon Stone and above Patriotic Pinball. It's not a game that you really want to check out, but as far as worst game of all time, I've already reviewed a game today for the same platform that was worse. And I probably have 2 more games I can find in my rather small cartridge collection that's even worse than this one by a lot. I always hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, subscribe, and have a great day.